Hey folks, I'm over here at the Contemporary Resort Hotel. I'm out on the dock at the Bay Lake area waiting for the Electrical Water Pageant. Always one of my special favorite shows. It approaches the back of the Contemporary at 10:05 each night, and I am out here at dockside waiting for the Electrical Water Pageant. In the back you see the beautiful Contemporary Resort Hotel, my favorite, 15 stories high, the largest A-frame structure in the world, at least at the time. I don't know if it's changed anymore. Over on the side you see Bay Lake Towers, and that was built in more recent years to be a Disney Vacation Club destination and attaches through a walkway over to the main towers. They tore down the north wings that used to be over where the Bay Lake Towers are in order to construct the Bay Lake Towers. Over on the other side we have the south wings, which are 3 stories high, which were just like the north side. So the Electrical Water Pageant will be starting in just a few minutes, and it's really exciting to be here. Hope you enjoy it. Can actually see it coming. You see those little red lights off in the distance? Those are attached to the barges which have the light show on it. It'll be here very shortly. Gotta get a good spot ready. Ugh. The Electrical Water Pageant goes back to the very beginning here at Walt Disney World. It travels in 2 separate units that are separate and independent from each other, but they work together in synchronization. Each unit is 7 barges long. You see the one unit with the green light on the front there, circling forward now. The other unit is swinging back wide to take the rear. When they get into position, they'll start the show. That island in the background used to be Treasure Island, then it became Discovery Island, and it's been closed for a very, very long time. Off in the distance there where you see some lights above the trees, that's the Fort Wilderness Campground and the Fort Wilderness Lodge. River Country used to be right there where you see those front lights. Motorboat launches moving along. If you could go as the crow flies directly across that way, past the water, past the land, and way off into the distance, you would hit my house, because that's over by SeaWorld. You have to go all around because of the waterways and the roadways, but you could actually see the tower of SeaWorld from the rooms of the Contemporary Towers for years and years and years. I used to wonder what's out there when I was a guest at the Contemporary, and little did I know, that's where I would be having my house for the last 40 years. Some boat launches coming along. You see the 2 units of the water pageant now starting to close in. The Southern Seas side wheel boat used to park right here along the edge of the dock, and that's long gone. This is a unique floating dock they have. You see it moving up and down. You hear it creaking with the wake of the boats that just went by. It's getting a little seasick. All right, first unit is stopped. Second unit moving into position. We will be presenting the Electrical Water Pageant. And there we have it, folks, the Electrical Water Pageant, one of the original shows here at Walt Disney World. Goes back to the beginning, The very first time we stayed in room 4624 on the 10th floor on the far right-hand side of the building as you see it right here. We would watch it from our terrace or come down right onto this dock. The dock has been replaced over the years, but it's pretty much the same vicinity. Bay Lake Towers never existed before. Over to the side here, they used to have a big round dock with many spurs, like a decagon or possibly an octagon, and they used to have their bob around boats, the aqualark watercrafts that people could rent, sailboats. You'd go out onto the lake. Used to be a lot of watercraft going around. I'm sure they still rent watercraft because they have some over there, but they're much larger than they used to rent because kids used to go out in those little speedboats called the aqualark watercraft. A really beautiful night out here tonight. Delightful breeze coming off of Bay Lake. The water's very calm. I've seen it where the water's been so windblown that the Electrical Water Pageant barges actually would blow almost into the dock, and they would actually have to move it with the motors of the tugs before it crashed into the dock because the wind was just blowing in that direction. But tonight was a beautiful night. Very peaceful out here. A lot of times there's people out here on the dock that, you know, take away any type of serenity. But we had an almost exclusive show out here. Usually there's boat launches that are constantly running from either side over to Fort Wilderness and even the Magic Kingdom. But there was a sign that said boat launches were not running tonight. I don't know how often they're not running or are running. But it used to be every night those things would be operating unless it was inclement weather. A lot of really fond memories for me here. Thank God I have those memories. Contemporary had two pools. This part sticking out here in a square is a round pool, and further over was a rectangular pool. The rectangular pool, I believe, was changed into some type of a fancier pool with some water slide miniatures going into it, but the round pool seems to be intact. Under the bridge to the Bay Lake Towers, you can see the spires of Space Mountain sticking up. Illuminated. Cinderella Castle would be off to the left and is blocked by the trees at this position. Smell people smoking cigarettes out here. Didn't used to be restricted, but they are restricted to outside now, and definitely can smell it. These were the service buildings. You have your restrooms and some refreshment areas and probably offices and whatnot for the lifeguards and goings on. It's been redone a few times over the years. The tiles on the floor are perfect condition, had to have been redone. The sandbar. Well, as we move in closer towards the Contemporary, we see a little bit over to the right there, made of stainless steel, the ears with a Mickey Mouse sitting on it. People used to love to pose for pictures in that. That went in the mid-'80s. It's still around. This water fountain over on the left and a little water slide, that's new from the period that I was a guest here. You can see the mosaic on the walls, the tile mosaic from the Mary Blair murals goes up the elevator shafts in the center of the 4th floor, Grand Canyon Concourse. The 2nd floor up the steps would be for convention center areas. And straight ahead is the main lobby. When you went inside, off to the right used to be the Fiesta Fun Center, which of course is no longer there. So I'm going to end it here, and we're going to say good night to the Contemporary Resort Hotel. And thanks for joining us for the Electrical Water Pageant. Bye now.